It's called a promo,
Shut
kid.
your
And
mouth,
if you want to
John.
be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do it. So go ahead.
You ready? No! I said, are you ready?
That was good. Glad you finally decided to pull that giant stick out of your butt and have some fun for once in your life.
You're uneducated marks! You sit there on your phones tweeting out your opinions like they're worth a damn. Let me explain something to you people. You don't know shit!
And I'd like to think that maybe this company will be better after Vince McMahon's death.
This would be a badass match. This would be an insanely badass match. I'm sure it's already happened somewhere, though. Mike Bailey, John Moore.
That's cool.
You're gonna go with Mike Bailey.
Man, I think I want to. Here's what makes me second guess it. I've pointed this out a couple times. As a wrestler, I love Mike Bailey, and we share something in common. I'll keep pointing it out. We share something in common in that we both have a black belt in Taekwondo, and that's really cool to see him implement that into pro wrestling. But as a wrestling fan, we don't get along. We're two different types of wrestling fans, and that is a sacred type of bond that, like, you either share or you don't. And I think if he's getting in the ring with John Morrison of all people, I'm picking Johnny Drip Drip. So,
And the beat goes on.
it does. AJ Styles went over to Japan, and now he's facing Minoru Suzuki.
Ruthless!
Murdered grandpa.
What's crazy is
He's the grandpa at your party. You don't want to give him a couple of drinks because then he's going to start testing your madness in front of all your boys and try to tell you to hit him. And then he's going to make you look like a weak person. And then when he hits you, you're like, shit, why, grandpa?
What's crazy is the last time we talked about him, I put the spinning belt on him, and then he got stuck in these 99s. But something happened after that that really changed a lot. And that's, I got to watch his match in New Japan against Jon Moxley. And after I watched that match, I think Minoru Suzuki probably bumped up a few spots on my list. So now that I see him again, I'm like, I don't know. But I really do love AJ Styles. So I think I'm picking AJ Styles for now. I just don't think the Murder Grandpa is going to be down here for long. Penta and Matt Sydal.
Oh, come on, bro. You already know. Stop playing. Go ahead and move them up to the next bracket. Move them. Go ahead. Yeah. So let's just keep it going.
I'm glad we're on the same page. I was like, I think he's on the same page as me, but if he's not, that's going to be crazy. Because, yeah, Penta's one of my favorite luchadors. So this is real. This is one of my favorite matches.
Yep.
One of my favorite matches of all time.
This is the first time I ever heard. I was about to say, this is the first time I ever heard Jeff Hardy spoke on the mic ever, was this match.
With his voice cracking and shit.
Yup.
Man, it's not hard because, like I was just saying, who was I rooting for in that match? No doubt I was rooting for Jeff Hardy. There's no question.
I was rooting for him so hard.
This might actually be a little harder. Carlito versus Carl Anderson. And what I didn't mention about Carlito earlier that I'll mention now is when I first got into wrestling, like really, really got into it, Carlito was my second favorite wrestler. I didn't know a lot of wrestlers. Really? Carlito was my second favorite. And I was like, this is the guy. So
that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
It's real cool. No pun intended.
I know, right? No pun intended as I eat an apple.
Pun intended exactly. I very much intended the pun. So I kind of feel inclined to pick Carlito, but likewise, I'm not sure.
I'm just going to use my representation card. That's what I'm going to use.
The rep card.
I'm going to use the rep card, representation card. Insert here. Let me just type in my name.
Acknowledge me.
Damn, it was really hard, but like I put them in the ring in my mind again, and I started to try to root for Machine Gun. I said, nah, nostalgia wins.
Ruthless
Yeah, Cobb versus Edge.
Love you, Jeff. I'm picking Edge.
Dang, Jeff. He didn't even give it a second thought.
Yeah, Edge is gonna
I want you to
spear
get
through
the
the whole
same.
line.
Do the same one for this. Hurry up, pick it. Do it.
All
Do it
right.
now.
I already
Yeah,
decided before we
that's what I thought.
started.
That's what I thought.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
bad.
Dar.
What?
Man, you really need to watch Noam Dar. So we're literally in the speed round of like, all right, I could tell you why I'm picking Noam Dar, but you're just gonna have to understand.
Drink it in, man.
Oh my goodness, this is getting funny. I don't even need to pull back up on camera.
Yep, I was about to say Swerve was the right choice.
We love you, Santino, and thank you for representing, but it was fake, and I want Swerve Strickland.
Give me a hell yeah.
Okay, yeah, now
Absolutely.
we're back to a hard point because again, like every time I pick Sabu, I'm acknowledging he's one of my favorites as a child, but not one of my favorite people, and I don't feel comfortable advancing him further. It continues to be a thing of like I have to separate the wrestler from the art, and I always pick Sabu in that. This is Bruno Sammartino, though. Like I said, he represents more than just
The
wrestling.
representation card. Let me put in another order for your representation card. Yes. And I sent it in.
Yeah.
I just sent it in. So hurry up. It should be moving up the brackets by the chain mail.
I get it. It does. It makes a lot of sense. And then likewise, I'm thinking of all the times I came home from school and I just leg dropped my bed. I'd literally come home from school, I'd throw off my backpack, or I'd throw my binder on the ground. I'd run and I would just leg drop the end of the bed like Sabu.
Drink it in, man.
He was a big deal to me. What am I looking at here? Matt Hardy versus my great uncle. It's actually harder than I thought.
You're going to go with Matt Hardy or you're going to go with your uncle?
I don't ever know anymore. I don't even know anymore.
Who you cheering for when we get in that ring? I'll be cheering for Matt Hardy. Question is, are you going to be cheering for Matt Hardy?
Our argument on like, okay, you could root for the newer age wrestlers because wrestling evolved. That goes out the window because Matt Hardy kind of wrestles like an old man sometimes. He has the old school style as is. So
And he makes himself so damn good. I love it every time he reinvents himself. The Delete era is one of my favorite Matt Hardy. Broken Matt Hardy is one of my favorites.
same.
Yeah.
The version 1 era, like I don't ever sleep on the version 1 era. That was a good one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good eras of Mattitude and
So.
okay. I think I wanted to pick my great uncle, but you just convinced me. Me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Here we go. Matt Hardy's on the board.
His uncle
Jay
has
Lethal.
not just been deleted. I'm sorry.
Oh no. No,
Sorry.
you're fine. Jay Lethal and Brian Kendrick. That's our next one. Lethal. Brian Kendrick.
Throw up the J. Throwing up the J. Maybe this way.
I'm gonna think for a minute because I really do love Brian Kendrick, and I love him in a lot of different areas of his career. Like when I think of how much I love Jay Lethal, it's really only Ring of Honor and early TNA Jay Lethal. Black Machismo Lethal. That was a good one.
I always wanted to see that one.
Oh, it's hilarious.
He got freaking Randy Savage's brother to come with him. It's probably one of the highest respects he can get, especially for one of his favorite wrestlers of all time.
Acknowledge me.
But the Brian Kendrick. They're in the ring now.
Buckle up, Teddy.
Man, that's surprising. I'm really surprised. I thought I was going for Jay Lethal, but I went for Brian Kendrick when they got in the ring. Yeah, my face exactly.
What?
Can't see my reaction, but it was the exact same. Huh. JBL and Al Snow.
I'm pretty sure they had that match in the Attitude Era.
Oh yeah, bunch of times.
Oh, you didn't know?
And then the results were always the same. only one
I
man
think-
up winning that fight. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say I think JBL always won, but I'm always rooting for Al Snow.
Damn it.
What does everybody want?
Paul London and Claudio Castagnoli. That's pretty easy. I love Paul
That's
London, but
Castagnoli.
Claudio's. Yeah, he's Claudio, man.
We always say, we don't just set the bar, we are.
All right.
There.
We're at that point where I can either stop it right there or I can run through another set. How close are we to the end? Honestly, do we want to just close out all the 99s real quick?
Let's just do another set.
All right, we'll do another set and then go from there. Because we got Sandman and Caprice Coleman, and I want to let Caprice know that I'm sorry that I picked the Sandman over him, but I hope he understands.
What's up with that?
Sandman's going to win this whole damn bracket right here alone.
Over AJ Styles?
I don't know. We'll get to that when we get to that.
No, I'm pretty sure it's AJ Styles. Over Johnny Drip Drip?
I don't know. I tried to buy
Morrison?
John Morrison's sunglasses at one point. At one point, I was like, I need the John Morrison WWE shop sunglasses. And if I can make that decision, oh man, but the face that runs the place. Damn, yeah, I'm picking AJ Styles. AJ Styles has done a
You
lot of
already
shit.
knew. You already knew. Stop playing.
Okay, I wasn't playing. I felt like I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know?
Penta versus Jeff Hardy. Now, this is the one where I'm like, damn, who do I go with? Nostalgia
Give me a hell yeah.
or New Future of Lucha?
I'm a mess, bro. I don't know. I'm a mess on this one. I'm like, I
I'm
don't
kind of in
know.
the same boat. I like both.
Well,
I'm trying to think who would I be rooting for.
Fickle. They're fickle.
I didn't. I'll say this much, and it's not fair to say it, but I'll say it anyway. I didn't wake up every morning in the 8th grade and try to be Jeff Hardy and listen to Jeff Hardy's theme song. But I didn't wake up doing that for Penta. That's what I'm trying to say. I got lost in my thought. But I did do that for Jeff Hardy. Likewise, Penta wasn't a big deal back then. I think in the past couple of years, Penta's grown on me.
I was about to say, man, you got definitely more TV time in AEW now where he's big. To me, he's one of the biggest. But the Hardy, you're talking about Venter, one of the innovators of the TLC. Talk about a world champion, Jeff Hardy.
I'm talking about Jeff Hardy, Creed, My Sacrifice, tribute video on YouTube 13 years ago.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Damn. So here's what throws it all off. I'm about to the whole game up. You ready?
How you gonna do that?
I think if right now in this exact moment, Penta and Jeff Hardy stepped into the ring, if they got in the ring right now, I would root for Penta. But if I look at an overall sense and who I root for, like at the end of time, when all is said and done, it's Jeff Hardy. I would only root for Penta right now in this exact moment.
I was going for Jeff anyway.
Well, is he going to see Carlito or Edge? He's already faced both.
I mean, I'm gonna go with my guy. Being from Puerto Rico, that's who I would go with. I'm trying to be cool. That's what I want to do.
That's hard for me. I like them both. Like I said, the factor of Carlito being one of my favorite wrestlers when I first started.
He was your number two. Remember, you told me he was number two.
At one point, he was.
That's cool.
At one point, Edge was the number one, but that was years
told me
later.
You didn't like him either during a certain era.
So,
During the era where I started watching Carlito is when I hated Edge the most.
what's up with that?
Listen to your heart.
Yeah, putting him in the ring.
They're all in for you.
It's gonna be a really, really cool match, but I'm gonna go for Edge. Listening to my heart.
I don't know what you're doing. And I don't know why. You're breaking my heart.
I put every era of Carlito versus every era of Edge together. I'm like, Edge wins, especially now. This is what people don't realize is Adam Copeland era Edge, this new revamp of him, just as good. So
On the stir, I stick.
Roger Strong and Noam Dar, and I really, really love Noam Dar. He is hilarious. But Roger Strong is a legend.
Is he neck strong?
Yes.
I know Roderick Strong is neck strong.
I think Noam Dar is more entertaining, but if I'm getting him in the ring, I'm rooting for ROH legend, Roderick Strong.
I'm right, you were.
Swerve and Sabu. Sabu Strickland.
We're swerving to the next bracket. We're going to swerve when we drive.
I hate to inform you that this is one of those moments where we're not moving on and I'm actually stuck. With Sabu, I'm constantly stuck. Yeah, because with Sabu, it's like he was one of my favorites at one point. If you ask me when I'm 14, 13 years old, my top 5, Sabu's up in there. But we're in 2024 and I'm not as hot as him. I'm not as hot on him as I was back then. So
yeah, you sure are not for a lot of reasons. All I'm saying is if I put him in a match, 1, it's going to be a hell of a good match. 2, I'm going to see some crazy ass shit. 3, I know I'm going to be screaming Swerve's house when someone says whose house. I'm going to be seeing
Sabu's house.
Yeah, you just got me messed up.
You're a Sabu's house.
Hell no. Hell to the no.
Dude, all disrespect meant to Sabu when I say this. It sucks that I gotta pick Sabu on this one.
Yo, you're making a mistake. I swear.
I thought really hard on it, and I really thought about how much I loved Sabu with a D in past tense.
My man out here literally went Sabu over Swerve. That's crazy.
I love Brian Kendrick, but I'm picking Matt Hardy. Al Castagnoli or Claudio Snow? Let's see. Let's conglomerate. I just like using that word.
You're gonna be cheering literally for Al Snow over Claudio.
I mean, it is Al Snow.
It is Al Snow, but you're going against the Swiss Army knife over here.
What?
He has everything in his tools, back pockets. The man is like a perfect what you would build as a dream wrestler. He has everything from the language, the look. I like even his mic skills, to be honest. That's just my take on it. I think he can spit on the mic. But his wrestling sells it the most to me.
We always say, we don't just set the bar.
I was trying to refrain from coming in here because I was like, it shouldn't be that hard of a decision, but it really is. I put him in the ring. I started thinking about the implication that, like, all right, these guys are fighting for the hardcore title, one of my favorite titles. Claudio's swinging around Al Snow, and I feel bad about it, but I'm also rooting for Claudio. I don't know.
That match would be sick, but I think Claudio would win that, me personally. I think Al Snow would give him a hell of a run, though, because I remember Al Snow and the Hardcore Holly in the Mississippi River. That was him, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
For that match. Pretty sure it was Hardcore Holly and Al Snow. And they fought in the dead cold outside of the arena, and they took an ice cold fight into the Mississippi River, I swear.
I have the match on DVD. So I have it on the hardcore title DVD. I can verify it. I really love Al Snow.
That's the only thing that I could think of, like, for my case that I could plead for Al Snow. Like
Wow.
that match that made me a fan of him. 'Cause I think he
Yeah, I
lost
think
that match. He
he
lost
did.
that match to Hardcore Holly in that match.
Literally everything you're saying, I can verify is true, and you're right on the money. And I think you just accidentally convinced me why I should pick Al Snow.
Now I really shouldn't have said nothing, dog. I really should have said nothing.
I think when I kept putting them in the ring, I was rooting for Claudio Castagnoli and kind of questioning why. And then we went back over all that stuff, and I was like, yeah, no, that's true. Man, no, I'm rooting for Al Snow. That's You convinced me.
I did the thing I didn't want to do.
All right, we did one more. The question is, do we want to keep going or do we want to stop here?
How much more do you have?
Let's see. We
One.
got what, 8 more here, which yeah, this is the rest of the brackets we have.
Okay. Got one.
We have like our
I say
semifinals.
finish it.
Finish it.
We're
This
here.
is
Oh.
literally the longest episode we've done on this series, but I wanted to knock some stuff out, so
Thank you so much for watching this episode today, and we will continue very shortly. But I want to quickly give a thank you to the sponsor of today's episode and talk about something that I've recently been getting into. And if you're a really on-the-go, busy type of person like I am, you'll want to hear this. Today's episode is sponsored by Optavia, a low-sodium, calorie-efficient, sustainable diet plan that not only is catered to helping you reach your weight loss goals, but links you in with a personal health coach to help guide you alongside your health journey. And the best part, your coach is somebody who has already been on the same weight loss journey and found success in doing so. So not only a healthy diet that will supply you with ready meals and low-calorie snacks, but link you in with somebody who can help keep you motivated and educated on your way to a successful weight loss journey. I myself have been doing the diet and I am really happy with the results so far, guys. I get a lot of these turkey meatball meals. The beef stew is my go-to lunch. A lot of times when I'm getting ready for the day, you will see me drinking on these Optavia shakes that I love. And the most important thing about this is how often I drink water. You drink a lot of water. It seems like it's hard, but I'm telling you personally, my coach keeps me educated, motivated, and properly hydrated. It is achievable. If you would like to get in contact with our show's personal coach and get started on your Optavia health journey, contact our email listed below in the description with the word Optavia. That's OPTAVIA. Or just head over to www.optavia.com and get started on your own time with your own coach. Now, back to the program.
Because I'm interested in seeing where this is going, to be honest. I need to see the ending. I need a conclusion of this. We need to
with
put the brackets.
this one alone makes me feel like, all right, I don't know.
If you want to take a break, just say, hey, I want to save this. I need to rest. I need to think about my decisions. And that's the case. And that's okay. That's okay.
I just need to understand why I want to pick the Sandman over AJ Styles, but can't be sure.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, so help me God, if Sandman takes this whole cake, I'm going to be shocked. But then again, as I'm getting to know you during these brackets, I'm learning a lot about you. So that's like
A lot of ECW.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a pattern. Because the fact
crazier
that
and
then
more
you're going to have
hardcore
Sandman going versus Sabu at some point, if it did get to that far. Supposedly, I'm assuming if that's where the direction it could go.
I'm telling you, the more ECW originals and just the more crazy hardcore superstars, wrestlers there are, the more I'm like, put them in there. The fact that Taz is in the top 5 and RVD is questionably in the top 5, and I don't know who's who, tells you a lot.
Fickle. They're
I think I'm going to surprise myself. Like, I think my top 3 are going to be Moxley, Omega, Danielson. They're going to end up being like RVD, Terry Funk, and Taz. Raven will be number 4 for some reason.
Okay.
Find out I love Raven more than I realized.
acknowledge me.
Now, do I love the Sandman more than AJ Styles? That was the question here.
Buckle up, Teddy.
Are you going to go with the phenomenal one? Or are you going with the Sandman, Mr. Cigarette, beer drinking, maybe looking at the newspaper, telling Vince he doesn't give a damn if this is a smoking area or not.
You almost convinced me on something right there. I think as badass as the Sandman is and will always be, and how much further he's going to go in this, I don't see me rooting for him over AJ Styles. I think this is where he hits the cap and AJ Styles starts moving along.
They don't want none. They don't
They
want
really
none.
don't. I think AJ Styles is too phenomenal to not win
Dang,
that.
I saw the Sandman get dethroned finally.
I was wondering. I was like, Sandman might just clear the 99s bracket, move on up 94, 95. He's up there with Shawn Michaels and Bryan Danielson.
Acknowledge me.
Jeff
Ed
Hardy's
versus
Edge.
Jeff Hardy.
It's a real match that happens many a time.
Ruthless
Now,
aggression.
I'll say this. Each time I've rooted for Jeff Hardy. That doesn't mean I love Jeff Hardy more. That just means during the time each one of these matches happened, I was marking out for Jeff Hardy.
As you should, because that's how I did too. I was marking out for him anytime. I wanted them to win the TLC so bad.
You just made the list.
They never did.
No.
I think whenever all of this is said and done, Edge will be moved up the brackets quite a bit, and he'll be like one or two rungs down below Jeff Hardy, but Jeff Hardy's clearing him right here and right now.
Okay, fair enough.
I think those two are going to be probably like next to each other when the list is finalized.
Now this is a good one because I already know who I'm going for. It's been pretty damn clear who I'm going for. Now, if you figure out a way to screw this one up, bro, I swear.
Don't be surprised if I find a way.
I'm pretty sure you know ROH champion versus ECW legend Sabu in a ring going ape shit nuts.
I think if I put him in the ring, I'm rooting for Sabu, but here's a factor we never factor in. If I met these two guys in person, I would rather meet Roderick Strong.
Of course
That's the factor. So again,
sure
if they're in the ring,
hilarious.
I'm rooting for Sabu though. They're like wrestling. That's why I came back here, because it got interesting just then. They're wrestling, I'm rooting for Sabu.
If they're wrestling, you're going for Sabu. But if you're meeting them, if you could meet and talk to, kick it for a bit, you're going with Roderick.
Yeah.
As a person.
Yeah, I am. I'm going with Roderick on like a meeting, but again, we're talking about wrestling and who I like better as a wrestler. Let's find out. Now we're gonna build the suspense. We're gonna find out the hard way. I want to meet Roddy. I want to root for Sabu. I want to be myself.
Yeah.
I went with Sabu. I'm sorry, Roddy.
Adam.
Pain. Play the sad songs.
Yeah, I need to queue up any sad song. Anytime you see me like that, just queue up every sad song you can think of. Just make it a meme for all I care. Like everything's fine. Everything's burning around me. I'm like, yeah, everything's fine.
Fickle. They're
I'm just watching my twin over here just going down paths I just can't follow at times. But, I support him. I love him. Don't agree with him on some of these decisions, but still love him.
We're entering that time period where it's getting so hard too. And I'm like, if Matt Hardy and Al Snow are in the ring, I'm rooting for both men. Where am I going? I'm doing Matt Hardy's pose. I'm rooting for Al Snow. Okay, I made a decision. I didn't have to sit here too long. That was a lot harder of a decision than I realized it would be. I kind of sat there and thought to myself, this might be just a split decision. This might be where I just end it all. But no, sir.
No.
Instead of, I picked the wrong screen. Instead, I said, I'm going to make a decision.
Buckle up, Teddy.
I'm picking Matt Hardy.
Ooh.
These guys were wrestling for the hardcore title. They were at a live show. It was a random house show. They were wrestling pretty hard, and I wanted to go for Al Snow, but I realized Matt Hardy's cool.
That's cool.
All right. Don't rush me.
AJ versus Jeff Hardy. That sounds like a
It's a real
banger
thing.
match.
It's a real thing. It's happened a couple times.
Oh, you didn't know?
TNA, Mini
Um,
Pack.
in TNA and WWE. So both times I rooted for Jeff Hardy. I think I like AJ Styles more now, but nah, Jeff Hardy is actually going ahead. It wasn't supposed to be that easy.
Wow, I'm actually hilarious. Sabu versus Matt Hardy.
This is real. This is what we're doing. And this is actually harder than I thought. Why was AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy so easy when it was supposed to be like neck and neck, and then Matt Hardy and Sabu was supposed to be Matt Hardy clearing it? And I'm actually just surprised that that's not it. Here we are. I'm back. I don't know what I'm
I'm
doing.
back. We're here. I'm gonna sit down and talk about it.
What do we want to talk about?
Yeah, that is true, but also what this really is a come to Jesus meeting because I'm just starting to feel a little guilty that Sabu moving ahead. Sabu is just he keeps on moving ahead and ahead because I keep remembering how much I loved him. I put him as a WWE champion in 2008 a bunch of times. 2008 was a great game. That's a factor, I guess.
You just made the list!
I don't know why I want to pick Sabu more than Matt Hardy when Matt Hardy's done the most for wrestling and for me.
Acknowledge me!
Yeah, here we are.
Bruh, you could have had the Hardy Boys meeting at the championship round.
No, Sabu was too crazy.
He was too crazy. He got the win over Matt Hardy. But now you got Sabu versus the Enigma, the creatures of the night.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, 12-year-old me, 11-year-old me is screaming inside right now. I never thought I would have to come to this decision in my life.
Who would you been voting? Who would you be cheering for? That 11-year-old you right now. You're seeing them in their prime. You're seeing him
This is
match.
what's
You're
funny.
seeing them announce Jeff Hardy. He's coming down to the ring. Next up
This
is
is what
opponent
makes it
Sabu.
crazy. If I'm 11 years old, I'm picking Sabu. If I'm 12 years old, I'm picking Jeff Hardy. If I'm 13 years old, I'm picking Jeff Hardy. But if I'm 14 years old, I'm going back to Sabu. So, like,
Fickle!
I don't know.
But luckily, you're not a 13-year-old. You're not 11. You're not 14. You're a grown man now. You're a grown ass man that now has to make a hard decision in every man's life. Of
Yeah,
out of
this is
these
the
two
final
wrestlers,
decision. This is the
who am
big
I going?
one.
Am I going
I mean,
to Jeff Hardy or am I going with Sabu? Do I want to get too
uh,
extreme or do I want ECW extreme?
I've put them in like several different matches in several different promotions now, and the answer keeps coming out 50-50 each time. I'm I'm leaning more towards Sabu, but remembering that 2008, 2009 Jeff Hardy and all of TNA Jeff Hardy, regardless of how up he was during that, all of that Jeff Hardy makes me lean towards him as well. I think just like Edge, Sabu is going to be really close in the list to Jeff Hardy, but Jeff Hardy might be leaning more towards the top. The only reason why I'm not switching over yet, because that early ECW Sabu is reminding me that, like, hey, you love me.
You love me. You love me. Remember who you love. Remember all the cool shit you were doing. Remember the leg drop you were giving to your binder and book bags.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Okay, this isn't fair, but I am factoring this in. I've done like 1,000 to 2,000 leg drops in my life. I've probably done 2,500 to 3,000 swantons in my life.
Oh yeah,
So,
I did swantons for life. Even
they'll do
pools.
'em.
I did it in the pool a lot too. That shit hurt my back though.
Oh yeah, that's the number one spot. But I mean, I still do it when I go to bed at night. So
I still hit the swan times and go to bed.
every time I'm getting ready for bed, I just give one good. Okay, it's time to decide. We're gonna end this longest brackets episode we've ever done. I might even just be splitting this one into 2 episodes. We might have just banged out 2 episodes going through this 99 column. And if so, awesome. Welcome to part 2. You've been watching part 2.
Yeah.
All right. Decision time. I played all of the scenarios and factors out. And it's because of that semi-short, long, green-haired TNA Jeff Hardy that I'm going with Jeff Hardy on this.
Thank you.
Jeff Hardy has dethroned Sabu from this reign of tyranny, I would call it. The reign of tyranny that Sabu was on advancing. And he's not done advancing yet. No, he's going to advance more. But as of today, Jeff Hardy clears this one. That puts him in, like, I think 95, maybe. I have to do the end credits here. The end credits are about to start rolling with the actual numbers, but right now I don't know. Thank you for sitting through such a long one with me. That was harder than I thought.
Hey, we got it done, bro. I'm glad to see it actually come to a conclusion. We got the build up. I went through all the emotions and got the finished result, reached the climax, and I'm okay with the result.
Give me a hell yeah.
All right, then this one I got to do before we end this.
What do we want to talk about?
Are you also drawing? This is hilarious.
Yeah.
This is how we end this. This is how we end this. Got to give him a little swanton. Oh no, his legs are longer than his body. I love this. Wrestling in the middle of shrimp.